Hey, this is Eva.
And Cedric.
And we're the Black Tones, and you're listening to...
Oh, hi. I'm Markly Morrison, and welcome to the 52nd episode of Low Profile. The music you're hearing is by the Black Tones, my featured guest for today's episode. Founded about a decade ago in Seattle by the twin siblings Eva and Cedric Walker, the Black Tones members talk about growing up playing music together, how Eva met her husband Jake Iuti, who's also the band's bassist, and the inspirations behind their 8-bit video game. You'll also hear about their biggest achievements, like sharing the stage with Mavis Staples, performing for the crowd at the Seattle Sounders game, and their new single on Sub Pop Records, which they performed the B-side from later on in this show. Also, this episode is the second installment of the new Low Profile TV series, where you can watch the interview and performance segments, complete with special effects, multiple camera angles, and dogs in diapers. Yeah. Visit lowprofilepodcast.com if you want to check that out. Thanks a lot to Nathan Burko Gibson for painting the portrait for this episode, and to these local Olympia businesses for their in-kind support. San Francisco Street Bakery, Schwartz's Deli, Rainy Day Records, Old School Pizzeria, and Schurler Easy Premium Shitty American Lager from Three Magnets Brewing. You can support this show by visiting patreon.com/lowprofile. You'll get early access to some episodes and bonus content, unedited interviews, fun stuff. And your donations really help keep this thing going. All right, let's go. Well, hey everybody, I'm Markly, and this is a bonus episode of Soul Coffee. Is that right? Is that the show?
That's right.
This is Low Profile, and I'm here with the Black Tones. We got Cedric Walker,
Hello.
Eva Walker, and Jake Iuti.
Hello. Hello.
And yeah,
Hello.
I have to do it twice.
So you guys rolled down from Seattle. That's where y'all live. Are y'all from there?
Yeah, we're born and raised in Seattle. He is from...
New Jersey, which is tattooed on my arm. But yeah, I moved to Seattle about 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. You two started the group. How do y'all know each other?
That's funny you asked. We were womb mates before we became a band.
With the guitar and the drum.
With the guitar and the snare drum. And we decided to start... We were in the womb, and then we were like, hey, let's start a band. So, yeah, we've known each other for, a very, 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 very long time.
Our entire lives, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. And we have actually a copy of your birth video. Can we show that right now?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
please do.
Yeah, I think that's great.
All right.
Don't you
So that was the first song on your first album, Ghetto Spaceship.
Yeah.
And can you tell me about that song a little bit?
Yeah. I wrote that in my... not that I'm that far from my 20s, but I wrote that when I was in my 20s, before I met my husband. And I was,
What? What, sweetie? What were you
I
doing?
was curious about things in life. And, you're in your 20s and you're single and you're exploring. And so basically the idea was, I hate dating or whatever, but I was like, well, but I want to do stuff and I'm awkward.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, man, if I could woo someone, I would make them a spaceship and be like, look, I made you this spaceship. Come home with me. But I don't know how to build a spaceship. So I was like, it would be put together with foil and duct tape. So hence the word ghetto before the word spaceship. So it's just kind of a song about Eva's hunting 20s. That sounds weird.
It's Eva's version of a love song, I guess.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's kind of my best version of a love song.
I was going to
I
ask
guess.
how Eva and Jake knew each other, but...
I'm so happy to be married. Dating sucks.
yeah.
So I'm glad that's over because he's stuck. But we met 5 years ago now.
Yeah, 5 years ago, through the music scene largely, and I am a music writer in Seattle. I was also working as a bartender for a few years and in Columbia City, and that's where we met. 'Cause Eva was living in Columbia City, where we live now together. But yeah, we met through there, and we got married 3 years after dating. 2 years, 3 years after dating.
Something like that.
And we're happily married.
We're very happy.
Very happy.
Very, very.
Can't you tell?
Were y'all collaborating artistically before that went down?
No, we met and basically started dating immediately. So there was no friendship or collaborative sort of relationship before we started dating. But now that we're together, we've worked on songs and written songs together. I've helped out with lyrics, something like that. Certainly now there's a lot of collaboration, but in the beginning, it was just courtship.
And what they're leaving out is the fact that Jake really wanted to be my twin brother-in-law. And he was like, he met me and was like, oh yeah, Cedric's the one. So that's...
Eva married the man of her brother's dreams.
That's great.
That's exactly right. Thanks, Jake.
You said that before.
Twin brother-in-law is certainly a better title than boyfriend-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
This is what I have to deal with.
Man, so I understand you got some new songs that you're sharing with us today. And is there any new record on the horizon that you know of, or what?
There's a release we're gonna be doing. I just don't know when and if it's okay to talk about it. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it, but we're releasing a single on a really cool label, and the first song you heard is going to be on that, and featured on that song is, I don't know if you guys have seen the Talking Heads video or concert movie Stop Making Sense.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Yeah, one of the backup singers, Edna Holt, is featured on our song Mr. Minds, and she's singing some vocal riffing on it. So kind of think Great Gig in the Sky kind of vibe. So that's releasing sometime early next year, March or April.
Spring,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah, in the springtime. And so I think that's as much as I'm allowed to talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, and the second song we did is the most recent release, I believe. The song Where Do We Go Now? And that was released through this small boutique label called Hockey Talker that's ran by Mike McCready from Pearl Jam. And so he released those two songs from us, and we released a single called The Devil and His Grandmother through his label Hockey Talker.
Did he just track you down, or
his manager or his
business partner
he messaged me and was like, hey, Mike saw you guys on Band in Seattle, this TV show that comes on in Seattle, where they highlight local bands, and he wants to release some music. And I was like, hell yeah, of course. And so I think he said he was on, when I got to talk to Mike on the phone, he said I think he had watched us on the airplane because it was also airing on Alaska Airlines. Yep. And he told me, he was like, the first time I heard the Key of Black, Eva, I was floored. And I was like, wow, that means a lot. Thank you. And so I like to tell people, I'm like, you know what? If no one ever listens to our music again or buys a record, Mike McCready and my mom like my music. So it doesn't matter. I've already accomplished what I want to accomplish.
Cool. Well, let's check out that performance right here at the Happy Birthday House. Here's the Black Tones doing their latest material live. I saw something that you guys recently did for the Seattle Sounders. Did you guys play at a soccer game?
We played they did this special presentation where the women's soccer team that plays down in Tacoma came up to play at Lumen Field, and it was a doubleheader. So they started, and then the Sounders played Portland, and the whole show was based around a Jimi Hendrix kind of dedication theme. The Sounders wore their Jimi Hendrix jerseys. We kind of helped them I wouldn't say put it together, but we just kind of helped them like introduce that and like.
We launched the jersey.
Yeah, helped launch the jersey and stuff.
Okay.
And it was right in between the games, and what I thought was they were gonna kind of just pump us into the stadium. People will be still inside, waiting for the Sounders to play, because we were playing out in the north lot. But what happened was everyone came out.
Oh wow!
At the north lot to watch the performance, and it was incredible. And it was like, I don't know, 40,000 people or something like that there. So yeah, that was pretty incredible. That was a great partnership, and the Sounders were awesome to get us included and let us be a part of that.
Yeah, so like soccer hooligans at a rock and roll show at the same time.
It was a great combination.
Yeah, that's a pretty special thing. How long has the Blacktones been a band?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
One of those things where if you're an indie band and you don't have any like industry connections, like you got to put in a lot of years and a lot of work to like get noticed. So a lot of people think we've been a band for like 2-3 years, a handful of years. I'm like, no, this is 10 years in the making, man.
It's a lot of hard work.
And there's like decades more work I'm sure to do.
Yeah, and
we don't die,
I mean, I'm imagining like both of y'all being musicians. There was some lead up to where you decided it was a band.
I mean, there was a point where Eva did a performance 10 maybe and a half years ago at Folk Life where she went up there and did something acoustic, and it was the first time I had a chance to hear Eva sing. And she likes to tell people that I was like bawling my eyes out, and like that's not even the case. I was moved, because I didn't know she had that voice, and maybe a tear or two came down. That's about it. But after that, that at that point had inspired me to kind of be like, what can I do to kind of help lift Eva up as high as I can? And I knew Eva was a fantastic drummer from high school. She used to play drums for our Steel Pan group. And she would get in there and she would play, and then she would do like this crazy, because like, no, with all due respect to all the other kids there, but they would play and they were good.
They're horrible.
But Eva would play, and then we'd be doing something, and Eva would just hit this fill, and all of us on the lead would just turn around and be like, like we were just like, what is going on right now? And so I had told Eva, I was like, hey, I want to play drums for you. Like, let me play drums. So we went to Seattle Drum School, and she taught me how to play drums, and here I am now, molded into her drummer. I think I still have a job after this, but,
Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, after we did some drum lessons, which she caught on super fast, I was like, hey, I've got some songs written. Do you want to like learn them and put them together? And we did that, and then maybe about that time we were like, this is a band, right? I guess.
I was probably like late summer, maybe going into the fall.
Yeah, I
of
think
2011 or something like that.
Them songs, we were kind of like, this is a band, but we didn't like have a name or anything yet.
Yeah.
Where'd the name come from? How did you arrive there?
It was originally called Rosette Royale, named after this guy who worked for Real Change newspaper in Seattle, who interviewed me when I was like 16 or 17, because I used to put on concerts, and I loved his name. And so I was like, let's name it Rosette Royale. And then I remember when I saw him later, I told him, I was like, I named a band after you because your name's just really cool. And then from there, we saw there was a lot of people called the Royales, or like a lot of bands with Royales. And we were like, okay, let's go with something else. And my favorite color is black. It's just beautiful. I'm not gothic or anything. I don't have anything against that, but I just like the color. It's a beautiful color. And a friend of ours was like, what about ebony and the black tones? And I was like, I don't think we need the ebony part, but like the black tones is cool. so we were like, yeah, let's be called the Black Tones.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it all started in my grandma's basement, with us learning the songs and putting them together. And I'm so grateful for my grandmother's basement. And our family's been super supportive of all this. I mean, we come from a family of like educators and engineers, and they all got master's degrees, and we like dropped out of college. We're like, hey, we're going to start a rock band. Like on paper, they should have disowned us. And they were like, okay, sure, start a rock band. I was like, cool, you're cool with this? And they're like, yeah. My mom's like, it's easy because you guys are good. If you guys are bad, it might be a little bit harder.
Oh, yeah, they would have told us if we were bad.
She goes, but your guys actually sound good. So we've had like a really supportive family, and I just wanted to make sure to mention that because I know not a lot of artists and people. Like there's people, I don't want to say not a lot, but I know there's artists and musicians whose families are just like, get a real job. But, actually it is a real job, and you can do amazing things if you have that support system, and we're lucky to have that.
Time. Yeah, it's like it's such a slow build, and then after 20 years, it's like this because you're like the only one left because everyone's quit.
Yeah,
it's like it takes.
So when you have that support system, it's just
and
like,
you guys started early, which is really cool.
And I remember my mom being like, I remember randomly telling her, I was like, hey, like, thanks for being so supportive of this whole rock band thing. And like she said to me, she's like, are you happy? I was like, yeah. She's like, that's all that matters to me. I was like, oh, Mom, God.
Even with like the basement,
So
like
great.
the basement had all of like their personal belongings and stuff that they had over the years, and like my grandma literally let me and Eva go down there and turn that into a practice space. Like, yeah, do what you want with it. Like, and we probably got rid of some stuff we probably shouldn't have got rid of and stuff, but like all in the name of like letting us pursue.
Should have kept that Babe Ruth rookie card.
Probably.
Yeah, just
little things like that, go for it, sure. They could have been like, don't destroy my house. Like, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing.
a rock band. But also, like, maybe it's important to note that, like, we're first generation Seattleites. Our family's from Louisiana. They're from New Orleans. And so they, like, love music anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I didn't know if it would be, like, jazz versus a rock and roll band. But they, like, just love music. And my grandma, we would rehearse and maybe I would run upstairs to get something and she's tapping her foot while the bass and the drums are going. Like, just totally 100% into it. And so that just makes it easier to pursue it. And I think one of the reasons we've been able to be relatively successful at it as an indie band is because of our family support. And my mom sings on stage with us for a lot of shows, and my sister used to. But we're a family band. My mom's open for Weezer. My mom's open for Death Cab for Cutie. My mom's open for Mavis Staples. Like, she's been on all those stages with us.
Yeah.
It's been really awesome.
The Mavis Staples thing totally blows my mind. Just like getting to share the stage with like a living legend like that. And, that's probably going to be y'all someday. Some kid that's not even born yet is going to get to be like, I got with the Black Tones for a night. Like,
as long as that kid doesn't do what I did, because I ruined it. She was right directly in front of me, and she was like, "Hi, baby," and I was like, "Ah."
I'm Cedric.
And like, I'm just thinking like,
my name again.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking like, my mom used to play you and stuff, and like I'm just staring, and then the security dude's like, all right, we're going to give Mavis some space. And I'm like, I just ruined it. Because I got starstruck, I've never really, I'm sure I've probably been starstruck before, but like that was just like a whole another level of like.
Every household has had,
starstruck.
I'll take you there on vinyl.
Yeah, and I just froze. I was just like, and just, it was very embarrassing. But Mavis, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Eva, your lyrics are largely true to life, and I'd like to give you the platform to speak about your arachnophobia.
Yeah. Oh.
This might lead into the next song, by the way.
Yeah, I hate those things. They're like walking letter M's. I don't know. They just look terrible, and since I was a kid, they just however my brain makeup is made or my wires are wired, they see them and they're like, you're the enemy, You
feel like they're attracted to you?
I think that, I think they're like, hey, there's Eva, let's go bother her. I don't know. They're just like, let's go see if she wants to hang out. And then the answer's always no. But yeah, a more accurate title would probably be Cedric. There's a spider in my room because growing up, I feel like he actually killed all my spiders.
Yeah.
But everyone doesn't have a Cedric, but most people have a mom.
There was a recent incident
it's more
in my car that.
Oh my God.
Eva was accusing me of putting it there, but
it was a conspiracy.
By accident, the window was down all night, and Eva I think I went to pick you up from Mom's house, and we got in the car, and right next, once Eva shut the door and we're getting ready to drive off, a spider just kind of just plops down.
It was huge,
and she just starts flipping out. I'm thinking there's a bee in the car.
It was awful.
That would terrify me.
A bear.
Yeah, And I'm like, well, Eva, just get it. But I forgot she's like, well, I'm not touching it. So I had to stop the car, grab the tissue,
become a murderer.
Yeah.
He still doesn't hear the end of it. I'm just like, I get in this car to travel with you, and
I don't know how the spider got in the
there's
car.
a ginormous spider in it. And I told him, I was like, you owe me an apology. You should take responsibility for the spider.
How are you with spiders, Jake? Are you?
I don't know. I wouldn't sleep in a bed made of them, but they don't scare me, and I usually kill them if I have to. Although before Eva, I'd like to put them in a jar and bring them outside.
See, that's how I do.
I don't have that time.
Sometimes we just don't have time, though.
See, all you jar put inners and then let them out. They come to my house, and that's what they do. And so I'm gonna start blaming you guys for them coming to my house
because you should have destroyed.
I wave one of your hairs in front of them so they can smell it, and then they go. Yeah.
No, they're terrible. Now, little tiny ones, I could deal with.
But when there's little tiny ones, there's usually a lot of them.
That's
They
right.
freak me out.
It's scary because I'm like, there's
you
probably a
can't see
million
where
of
those
these
are at.
because there's probably some giant sack of baby spiders somewhere. But they're small enough that it's like, okay, whatever. But when they start,
smaller ones are much more worrisome. They can crawl into your bed and get into your hair and
teeny tiny ones, you just roll over and kill it or go like that. But
I don't know.
giant ones, and I know giant is relative, but
yeah, it all depends on how close they are.
Reasonably giant.
Yeah.
Spiders, and it's so bad that there's literally places in the world that I don't want to visit because I don't want to see, Australia. I'd love to go to Australia, but then I also am but I don't. Because I know there's tarantulas there,
I thought
right?
they were known for big mosquitoes though. Which is probably not any better.
They're tropical or whatever. So
stay out of Texas too.
Really?
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Texas.
Do you buy that stuff about how humans eat lots of spiders in their sleep at night?
I don't know if I'm buying that.
Because I never caught one in the act trying to climb into my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if
that
that's
somewhere too.
Yeah, I think that's just something people tell. It's like a folklore. I don't know if that's real.
But yeah, spider in your personal space, not cool.
Can't do it.
You wrote a song about it. Let's check it out.
I thought writing a song about it would help with the fear.
Made it worse.
Of it.
Now people just bring it up all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I could face it. And some people interpret the song like, oh, hey, is this... One guy came up to me and was like, that song you wrote about the Klan. I was like, what song? He's like, the spider song. I was like, oh, it's not about the Klan. I was like, that's about spiders. But I know why he said that, because at shows I would tell people how much I hate spiders. I would say, this is how much I hate spiders. Ku Klux Klan, spiders. And people would be like, oh. But I'm like, and then I would joke.
Uncomfortable laughs too.
And then, yeah, and there's certain states I don't do the joke, right? But for the most part, I would just say that because it's funny and the Klan's stupid. It's funny to laugh at them. So, yeah, I was just like, it's not about them. It's just kind of funny to compare them to an insect I don't like.
Yeah.
And then I would end it with like, so if you're a spider or in the Klan, you might not like this song.
But I'm in the Klan.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, well. This song's not for me.
Pass me my hood. I'm gonna go cry.
Go check my hood.
Go check my hood. Oh, losers.
This is the dark part of the interview now. Yeah.
places, they want us dead. We love our families, they want us dead. We want to go to work, they want us dead. We want to make love, they want us dead. And we love you, but they want us dead. Ha!
Just played the song They Want Us Dead.
The Key of Black.
Key of Black. And allegedly there's a video game.
Yeah.
Not allegedly.
Yes, not allegedly.
I couldn't find any evidence of it. I found a link that didn't work.
The freaking server's been down the last few months, and those people are impossible to contact. But
there's a video
a video game, and there's write-ups on the video game. But for some reason lately, the link's not working. Of course, we're still paying for the freaking server, but it isn't working right now. But it's, speaking of the clan, it's 4 levels of hate groups, and you fight as me or Cedric.
Whoa.
And it's modeled after the Nintendo game Kung Fu. And so the first level, you're fighting the alt-right, and then and this was all made during Trump's reign.
Yeah.
And so the alt-right's the first level. The second level is the Ku Klux Klan. The third level is the Nazis, and the fourth level is the Confederates. And so you can pick who you want to fight. Yeah, you go back in time.
Each level goes further back in time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And David Brender and Corey Collar both made the game for us. And Corey, who really spearheaded the programming and everything, worked completely for free. And Corey's passed away since, but we're forever.
Hence the server issues.
Yeah, well, we transferred it over. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was incredible and volunteered his time to do it. So
shout out Corey.
I don't do a lot of video games, but that's my era.
Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Not the Confederacy, but
yeah. No. Like 1980s, maybe early 90s. That's about where I dropped off the video game thing.
I love Kung Fu. That game was awesome.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that game?
I'm trying to remember if I played Kung Fu specifically
on an original Nintendo.
Yeah.
It kind of moves back. You go backwards with the. Usually in games you go from left to right.
Oh yeah,
so
you do.
Right to left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Side scroller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. So hence the maybe.
So when the link starts working, or when the server starts working again, and hopefully people can actually start playing it again. But as of now, we're still paying for it, and no one can play it.
I can't wait to play it.
Yeah. It's fun.
So any plans to travel? Have you guys left the country before to perform?
Canada.
Yeah, we've just played in
Vancouver.
Vancouver, but
exotic Vancouver.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a worldly city, though. It is.
It is.
But No, that stuff is actually on the way because we're gonna be signing to a international label. Yeah, who I guess I won't say their name yet, but they're based out of Australia. Speaking of tarantulas in Australia.
Wow! So you might get your
she's gonna have to
face your fears there.
Yeah, she has to.
And there's definitely traveling in the near future.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Where are people gonna find out about this?
Our website, theblacktones.com, and then of course all the social media, the Black Tones. It's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. I always feel so corny listing out the social medias, but that's the world we're in.
Right.
I mean, we can also just throw it in the credits too. But this is the debut LP, Cobain and Cornbread.
That's me on the cover.
On the plate.
Those are my jokes.
It's a terrific record.
Thank you so much.
It's gonna get. The grooves are gonna get worn out before too long.
We named it Cobain and Cornbread because when people ask bands like, "What's your sound? What do you sound like?" Like our influences are Northwest, but also the South because we grew up in a very Southern household. So when people would say like, "What do you sound like?" we would be like, I don't know, a combination of Kurt Cobain and Cornbread. Yeah. So it's supposed to represent like Cobain representing the aesthetic of the Northwest and Cornbread representing the aesthetic of the Southern United States.
Nice.
And that's why we named it that. But I mean, I wasn't listening to Nirvana when I was writing those songs. It's just kind of representative of like who we are and
it's kind of just
the
in
influences
the air.
of both
it's
regions.
In the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It comes out. Yeah. Yeah, I always thought like maybe like either a punk version of blues or a blues version of punk or none of the above. It's just like it's its own sonic force.
Yeah.
And it's a family band and you can feel that, I think.
Nice.
In the
definitely a family
and
band.
just like it's in the vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming down here.
Thank you.
And hope to have you back someday. And yeah, everybody, you can find the Black Tones music on their website, and there'll be more links and cool stuff on the Low Profile website, lowprofilepodcast.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And, have a blessed day.
Peace, love, and
coffee. Now let's listen to what's in Cedric's ear.
Thanks for listening to Low Profile featuring the Black Tones. If you'd like to watch the video edition of this episode, you can find that on our website, lowprofilepodcast.com. You can also find relevant links to the band's work there, as well as this show's complete archive. If you enjoy this show, shoot me an email. I'm at lowprofilemarkly@gmail.com. And you can also support this show financially by visiting patreon.com/lowprofile. And please share this episode with anyone you think might also enjoy it. All right. Love you. See you next time.